Hello everyone, welcome back to BackBoneExotics. Today we're going to be doing a review on Cold-Blooded Cafe, so stay tuned. Okay, so for this review, we're going to be breaking it down into 4 different categories. The first being shipping, the second being cost, the third being quality, and finally is going to be customer service. Okay, shipping. So for Cold-Blooded Cafe, they only charge $30 flat rate shipping throughout the United States per box, which is extremely cheap considering the fact that if you were to buy from other companies such as Perfect Prey, their shipping is more like $75 to $95. Okay, so my package got delayed, and if you saw my recent video of me unboxing my pet snake, somewhere right here, you would also see that my package for my snake also got delayed, but it was due to weather reasons. It had nothing to do with UPS or actual Cold-Blooded Cafe. One great thing about Cold-Blooded Cafe is that while you're purchasing on the website and you add items to your cart, it tells you how much of your package is being used up, if that makes sense. So if you add small rats, it'll say you're using up 25% and you still have 75% available, which is awesome because that way you'll know how much you're going to end up paying in the end for the shipping per box. But one con about ordering from Cold-Blooded Cafe, which is not a huge deal, is that if you're like me and you live on the West Coast, you have to order on days Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday in order to get your package by Friday, because if it's on any other day, they need to wait till the next week to actually ship it out. And you won't have to worry about this if you're living on the East Coast, which is a good thing. Okay, so now let's get into unboxing it. Okay, so on the outside, I really like that they left a sticker that says keep frozen. That way UPS knows that this has something, cold inside of it and should always keep frozen, of course. That way your rodents don't thaw out. Another great thing that I noticed is that they have some thick copper staples, which is really good. You don't want your package opening up in the middle of transit. So I would recommend getting some wire cutters to cut through this because it's really, really thick. You see? However, you don't need to buy anything else if you don't have some of these. This can also be done with regular kitchen scissors. You just pop it open like that. And it may take a little bit of elbow grease. And I don't think this is a con because, like I said, if I was, expecting some rodents, I would hate to see that my rodents like fell out or something like that during shipping, or maybe some of the dry ice or whatever they use to keep these rodents cool spilled out or something, and then once they arrive, they're all thawed out. So I do prefer this, even though it is a pain in the butt sometimes to open this up. Okay, so after a workout, I finally managed to open up the box. And one thing I wanted to talk about was, as you can see, these staples are actually really, really sturdy. And you can tell they actually care about the products they used, and to ensure that your package wasn't going to open up mid transit. So I'm gonna move these to the side. And one thing I did notice was, look how thick this cardboard is. That makes sure that it holds its shape. As some of you may know, that when you order online and while it's in transit, a lot of your packages get banged up and stuff. And as you can see, this is really, really thick. It's held its shape really well. Another thing I want to talk about is that the bottom of the box is not soaked up at all, which is good. I know they use dry ice, so that makes me that lets me know that they use plastics thick enough so the dry ice wouldn't go through or anything like that. Okay, so let's opening it up. Open it up now. As you can see, I do have some of the staples left over, but that should be fine. And the first thing you see is very, very thick plastic. It's really sturdy, actually. And I'll actually just fold it open like this so the flaps don't keep getting in our way. And and they use some really thick insulation, like wool, or I'm not sure what this is. I think I've seen this inside of drywall, which, you know, obviously insulates the rodents in here to make sure that they don't get warmed up in any sort of way, and that they stay frozen. If some of you don't know, once you thaw out some rodents, they're no good. You can't freeze them up. So yeah, so this is really cold. This bag is really cold. I'm not sure if you can see like some condensation on the bag. That's how I know it's really cold in here. I wish I had a heat gun. I would have just, you know, checked the temperature inside of here, but fortunately I don't. And this is the dry ice packages that they use. Move these to the side, and here's the wrap pups. And here's the rest of the rodents I used. I bought. And in the very bottom, you can still see, or actually fell out. Let me use the bag to grab it. There's still dry ice, which is incredible. Like I said, I ordered these on Sunday, so they shipped out on Monday. And like I said, my package got delayed, and it didn't get here until today, a whole week later, which is Monday. And it's pretty incredible to think that they've been in transit for a whole week, and these are still rock hard. They're frozen solid, and there's still dry ice in the bottom. That's a little piece. There's more pieces down here, but I don't want to burn myself. I did accidentally touch the dry ice, and it kind of hurt. But you see, there's still some dry ice in there. That's pretty amazing. Okay, so up next is cost. And actually, like, speaking rodent wise, their prices are pretty average. It's the same as if you'd buy from another company or if you'd buy from on a store. The real difference what you'll see from other companies, like price wise, is on their shipping. Like I said, it's only $30 flat rate wherever you are in the United States. Doesn't matter if you're in Alaska. Oh no, actually it does matter if you're in Alaska, but doesn't matter if you're in all the way north, like Washington, Oregon, or if you're all the way in Florida. It's always going to be $30, which is perfect. And some people may argue that you could avoid a shipping fee overall if you just buy in store, which is fair. But if you're in a position like me that you can't get frozen rodents of quality, like decent quality, my closest store that sells quality rodents is an hour and 30 minutes away, and I don't always have all the time in the world to, you know, just drive all the way out there and back, which is, you know, 4 hours. So the next best option for me is to buy online. Okay, so up next is quality. As you can see, the rodents look well fed, and they look pretty healthy. They don't seem they don't have any signs of trauma, or they don't look like they have any sort of diseases. I have bought from Cold Blooded before, and I will say that all my snakes, like whenever I've attempted to feed them using Cold Blooded Cafe rodents, they have never refused a single meal for me, which is amazing considering the fact that I've used companies like all over, like a well variety of different like companies. And like I said, they never refused a single meal from Cold Blooded Cafe. I don't know what they're doing with the rodents, if they're, I don't know, scenting them, or if they're just that well quality rodents. And I also noticed that whenever I feed them to my snakes, they do gain a lot of weight after feeding. So that's awesome. Another thing that I have to mention about whenever I use Cold Blooded Cafe rodents is that although I just said my snakes always eat them, they never refuse them, they must be scented or something. One thing about these rodents is that they do not smell. I've used other companies before, you know, obviously Arctic mice, like the PetSmart brand. Horrible. They, after you thaw out the rodents and you open up the bag, your whole room, your whole pet reptile room smells disgusting. And with these, I could leave them out in a bucket, let them out like to thaw out, and I will never get a smell like a bad smell. You know, obviously they do have a smell of rat, but it's not something unbearable, or it's not something that will make me, you know, gag whenever I walk inside the room, which is another huge thumbs up for me. Okay, so finally, customer service. I've never had any problems with Cold Blooded Cafe, so I've never had to personally contact them, which is good. I never want to actually have to contact them about, you know, something that went wrong with my order. But if you do have a problem, I'm sure they'll get back to you really quick, because they are a company on the smaller side, And like I said, their services is, close to perfect. I don't have anything to say negative about them. So I'm sure you'll never have a problem, but I guess you should never say never. Okay, so overall, I give Cold Blooded Cafe a 4.6 out of 5. It would be a 5, but like I said, I live on the West, so I kind of don't like that. I have to wait until Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday to order. I have that small time period because I'm super anxious. As soon as I order something online, whether it's a snake or whatever, as soon as I place my order, I'm already on my FedEx tracking app, just reloading to see if my snake is already in my state, which is, obviously not, it's unrealistic. But like I said, I am that type of person. That's the reason why I'm giving it that score. But other than that, like I said, there's nothing to complain about with these rodents or with the company itself. I actually think everybody should go check them out and tell them that Backbone Exotics sent you guys. You can find them on Instagram at Cold Blooded Cafe. And while you're on Instagram, make sure to follow me too at BackBoneExotics. And to prove to you guys that all my snakes will never refuse a wrap from Cold Blooded Cafe, I will be feeding my most pickiest snake that I have so far that hasn't eaten in over 2 weeks. I've tried so many different brands, and like I said, my order was stuck in transit, so I haven't been able to test out Cold Blooded Cafe on them. But I will prove to you guys that it will take it down. So let's jump into that. Okay, so moment of truth. Let's see if he eats for us. So as you guys saw in the last clip, he actually didn't eat for me. And like I said, he is a very picky eater. Even though I said that the last time he ate was 2 weeks ago, it's actually been well over a month, as you can see. Or not over a month exactly, but it's about to be a month since the last time he ate. And he doesn't eat no matter what techniques I use for him. So I also figured that, the bright lights and the cameras and all the noises I was making while recording was stressing him out a bit. So all I did was just leave the rat in here with him, turned off the lights, and I walked away. And I came here to check him out a couple hours later, and as you can see, the rat is gone. So he did eat it. I did manage to record it on my phone, but it's really low quality, so I'm not sure if I'll insert it or not. So there you go. It is proved that Cold Blooded Cafe, I don't know what you guys are doing, man. I hope you guys are watching this video, but you guys are doing a great job. Keep it up. Okay, so that's pretty much it. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to us. Also, leave a comment to let us know if you've bought from Cold Blooded Cafe before or if you're going to buy from them because of this video. See you guys next time.